few years ago, I invested in a handy quilter Amara, and this lovely machine sits in my sewing room and barely ever gets turned on. But we're going to start changing that. I want to spend more time practicing my free motion quilting on that long arm because I spent the money on it. I might as well use it, right? In today's video, I'm going to show you in real time how I stitch out free motion feathers. Now, keep in mind, I am not an expert at all. I am still learning. I am just sharing my learning experience with you in the hopes that perhaps that will inspire you to try a few things that you're uncomfortable with. For my free motion feather that I am stitching out here, I do want to let you know that this is entirely me drawing. This is not the computer at all. You probably could already tell, but I do have the stitch regulator turned on to keep my stitches nice and even. To start out my feather, I like to draw a wavy line and top it off with a little spiral at the top because I think that adds a little bit of flair and it's just fun to do. Along one side of the spine, I draw these little half heart or teardrop type of shapes, making sure to always tuck them in with a V motion into the spine. Now, when I'm doing my petals, I try, and I don't always remember to do this, to change the size and shape of each of those petals just a little bit to kind of add a little bit of visual interest. Those petals, once they're all stitched out and tucked into the spine of my feather, I go all the way back down to the bottom. And then in each one of those little petals, I'm going to stitch a curved line that's kind of mimicking the size and shape of the petal. This acts as the vein of the feather or the leaf or whatever you want to call it. I feel like it adds a little pop of interest and it's just fun to do. It gives your feather a little bit more detail. It doesn't really do much for my sample here because there's not a lot of loft in my practice sandwich, but if you can imagine what that would look like on a quilt with a whole lot of loft batting, oh, just beautiful. I'm going to stop talking and let you listen to the long arm in just a second. But before I do, leave me a heart in the comments down below if you'd like to see me do more videos just like this one.